The last few days, really, getting down to the nitty gritty. You get a lot of time to reflect and everything. So, it's exciting. I still don't think it's actually fully sunken in. Actually signing the deal and all that. But, I think the biggest thing was seeing the reaction of the guys' faces yesterday and hearing some of the things that they've been saying. I think that's been the brightest spot in it all.
Connor said that you guys checked in a bunch throughout the summer, just knowing whether each other's heads were at. What kind of things are important when you guys are approaching this together?
I think like a lot of it's out of our control. I think me and Helly are guys that love the game. We skate together quite a bit in the summer when I'm in Michigan, and just talking the game. What works, what doesn't work, what what could make the team better, what didn't go right last year. All of that stuff, and I think that's what I love about him is how much he thinks about the game, how much he thinks about working on his game. How dialed in he is in terms of his off ice work, his on ice work. I respect that so much in him, and he's a really big reason why I decided to stay.
Mark, how much of a sense do you think the team will use this announcement maybe as a launching point for the season here? Obviously, excitement and maybe some momentum out of it. Is that the hope?
Yeah, I'd hope so. That's obviously it's big news for us in particular, and obviously the organization and the guys in the room. This is it's a team sport, and where I think we're all excited to just get playing hockey again. We're happy preseason's over and ready to get the season started, and obviously this is a fantastic thing to go into the season, and hopefully we use the extra energy come tomorrow night, and it's just an exciting time, just starting the season, and this is, it's just a tremendous last couple of days and just ready to get playing again.
Winnipeg sometimes gets this rep as a place that players don't want to go to, whether it's on no trade lists or, free agency, whatever. But the organization has a history of retaining drafted and developed guys. You and Connor are just the latest. Why do you think that is?
I think a big part of it is the guys in the room. We have a lot of amazing people, from training staff to coaches to media guys. Everyone up and down our organization. There's a lot of amazing people and a lot of lifelong friendships, and I think that's the biggest reason. That's why people come and that's why people stay, is for the guys in that room and the guys that you spend every single day with, and that speaks volumes to the character and the amazing people we have in that locker room.
How important was it to get this deal done before the season started, so none of these questions would linger either inside or outside the room?
Yeah, it wasn't on my mind a whole lot. Once the kind of the process started, obviously you'd rather sooner than later, but you just never know how those things go, and that's why I have a great agent in Craig Oster, and he handles all that stuff, and obviously very happy it's done now, and we can just get to playing hockey.
Did this process surprise you, either twists and turns along the way or the timing or anything?
Honestly, not really. I don't. That's why you have a good agent. He handles all that. He gives you all the information, and he does all the conversing with the with the organization, and we get to play hockey. So I'm very, very lucky to have him. I'm very lucky to have amazing family and friends, and most importantly the guys in the locker room.
Chevy had that photo of you signing your contract, and he pulled it up during the press conference. What was that like to see it, and just kind of how does that speak to the long-standing relationship you've had with a lot of the personnel on the staff?
Yeah, it's you don't always think about that until you see something like that, and then it brings up so many memories and so many thoughts, and what was going on in my brain during that time. So it's cool to see something like that, and be reminded by my mom yesterday about yesterday being my first NHL game. So it's all it's all a whirlwind, but God's got a plan for everything, and just got to trust him.
Mark, if I could, just one question off topic. NHL is saying it's going to, in addition to theme jerseys, it's going to move away from things like pink tape for cancer, pride tape. As an alternate captain and as a veteran, what do you think?
I actually didn't even know that was happening. I didn't get that memo, so I don't have much of a thought right now. I think you have to get me on a different day.
When they pitch you on building a winner here, they give you any insight into what some long-term plans might be? If everything goes well, will they buy? Like that sort of stuff. Not necessarily for our ears necessarily, but what, pardon me, the question is, do they give you insight into what their plan is to build around?
Yeah, for sure. Me and Chevy had a really good conversation. I can't remember. It was before training camp, and I think face to face is always where you get the most done and the most out of you. You see their reactions, but those conversations are between me and him. But it's safe to say those conversations went well, and that's why I'm here. So we had a lot of great conversations, and I applaud Chevy for conversing with me and Helly and giving us an idea of what they see in us, what they see in the organization, and also giving us the chance to let him know what we see as players. So I applaud him and very thankful for the conversations we've had.
How did you perhaps yesterday celebrate this in any way?
I had Thanksgiving at Dylan DeMello's house, so that was nice. I got to hang out with Oliver and get some alone time with him, but it was honestly just kind of getting ready for a hockey game. Doing my normal routine and kind of getting prepped for a big game tomorrow. So it's always business for me. It's never, not much of a celebrator. I'm a pretty private guy and just kind of like to play hockey and play golf and work out. So I just enjoyed my night. I have Loki season 2 first episode still to watch, so I think that'll be my celebration.